What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your brewmaster in chief. And tonight in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a infinite combo deck that you have by now probably all seen already. But I did put a poll up on the channel. Thanks to all of those of you who went and cast your votes. The Ob Nixilis Tribal Infinite Combo Rakdos deck won the vote, and honestly, it's pretty fun to play. So before people get sick and tired of it, let me throw my hat in the ring with my take on this Infinite Combo. I've already seen Malone put one up. A few of the other bigger content creators have already put up a version of this deck. I've gone about things slightly differently, and I cannot wait to show you. And so without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew, simply called Nixilis' Oil. We are using the oil sub-theme from Phyrexia All V1 to get the combo going. So what is the combo? If you haven't seen it already, you're welcome. I've been posting about this on Twitter and Facebook and things. As soon as Captive Kingpin over here was leaked, a few weeks, or no, it's probably about a month ago now at this point. Whenever one or more opponents each lose exactly one life, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. The rest of the text box is essentially useless. We don't really care about that. However, we may end up doing another deck with this card at some point in the future, where we'll take more advantage of the other bit of text which says that you can exile the top card of your library, and then until the end of your next end step you may play that card, which is pretty cool. But we don't care about that. We just want to put a +1/+1 counter on it somehow, whilst having all B1 in play. That says that whenever you put a counter on a permanent or player, all B1 deals that much damage to a target opponent. So you're putting one counter on the Ob Nixilis, that triggers the All B1, you deal 1 damage to the opponent, that puts another counter on Ob Nixilis, which triggers the All B1, and the loop begins. And it's infinite. You can just ping the opponent to death with the All B1 without even ever attacking with the Captive Kingpin. So we need to navigate the game in such a way that we put these cards on the battlefield together when we know that it cannot be interrupted. Either the opponent is tapped out, or they have left open mana that doesn't have the type of spell that can interact with enchantments or creatures, that sort of thing, and then we're off to the races, because we have so many ways of triggering All B1 to do that exactly 1 damage to the opponent. Mostly in this particular version of the deck, it's going to be by putting an oil counter on something. We can do that in so many different ways. The Churning Reservoir, which you would have seen in my previous Rakdos oil deck, puts an oil counter on an artifact or creature at the beginning of every upkeep. So, beginning of your upkeep goes off, you put an oil counter on whatever, that triggers the All B1, the combo begins. The Urabrask's Forge, my favorite card from Phyrexia All B1, puts an oil counter on itself at the beginning of every combat, so that can just get the combo going. Tablet of Completion, you can tap to put an oil counter on it, so that can get the combo going. Endless. The Monumental Facade, the cares about oil counters land from Phyrexia All B1, also can just put an oil counter on, what is it? Artifact or creature you control. That can start the combo going. But it doesn't end there. We also get to play with one of the sweet new battles, Invasion of Azgol. When it enters the battlefield, there's so many cool cross synergies in the deck. So let me just go into this quickly as a little tangent. Not only are defense counters from a battle counted as a type of counter, which will then, if you just have all we want in play and you cast an Invasion of Azgol, that's 4 damage. I've actually closed games out without even needing the combo so many times. You just have all B1 and all of the things that put oil counters, plus, the loyalty counters on the Ob Nixilis. There's so many counters going around in the deck that we can just often close it out with all B1 without even needing the Kingpin. But, where was I? On top of that, it's removal. So when it enters the battlefield, target player sacrifices a creature or planeswalker and loses 1 life. You can tell that Wizards was foreshadowing the printing of the Captive Kingpin over here, because they're in Rakdos colors and it does exactly 1 damage. It seems like it was meant to be played together, right? But the synergies don't end there. Once you flip it, by removing those 4 defense counters, you get the Ashen Reaper. That says that at the beginning of your end step, you put a +1/+1 counter on it if a permanent was put into a graveyard from a battlefield this turn. Don't forget that the Phyrexian Horror token that Urabrask Forge creates for you every turn is still a permanent, and when it's sacrificed, it's still ending up in the graveyard. That's just the way Magic works. Even though you don't have a physical card that you're putting into the graveyard, mechanically it's still doing that. So if you order your triggers correctly, if you have the Ashen Reaper and Urabrask Forge in play, every time that the Horror gets sacrificed, you're growing your Reaper, which also is another great thing if you've got all V1 in play because the +1/+1 counters, blah, 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 blah. So really, really nice, this Invasion of Azgol. It just fits the deck perfectly. There's so many cross synergies, and just nice to also have another removal spell that forces the opponent to sacrifice. It's kind of a la Sheoldred's Edict, which we're also running a couple of copies of. The Tablet of Completion is taking the place of the Bankbuster in this oiled theme deck. I didn't want to play Rakdos with Fable of the Mirror Breaker. So tired of seeing that card on turn 3 in like 3 out of 5 games every single day. I'm just over it. They need to ban the damn thing, because there's no ways I'm going to enjoy playing Standard if Fable of the Mirror Breaker is around until not this November, but September, but next September with the new changes to the rotation cycle. So fingers crossed, enough people complain, and you know, the tournament results like the recent Pro Tour will also show like Fable and Bloodtithe Harvester and Sheoldred were in like 80-something+% of the decks, and like just bleh, come on, it's too repetitive, the play patterns are boring, everyone's getting sick of it. That was the reasoning behind getting rid of the Mythic Massacre, so maybe there's a good case to be made for banning Fable of the Mirror Breaker. I think that would be appreciated by everybody in the community, but I just didn't want to play Rakdos and have any of those cards in there. So instead of playing Bankbuster, which is also a very problematic like card, it was in pretty much every single deck that could play it at the event, at the Pro Tour event as well. I'm going with the Tablet of Completion, which is obviously a much worse card. It doesn't, you know, it's not a creature as well that can be crewed to block and attack and do so. I mean, it's just ridiculous how good Bankbuster is. So, but if you close one eye, you know, it can pull a bit of a Bankbuster impression. It can ramp you and it can draw you cards. Both things that the Bankbuster does. How does it ramp you? Well, you play your Churning Reservoir on turn 1. On turn 2, you play your Tablet of Completion. You tap it to add an oil counter on it. The beginning of your third turn, at the beginning of your upkeep, the Churning Reservoir puts an oil counter onto it. Now it's got 2 oil counters. The moment it has 2 oil counters, it can also tap to add a mana, a colorless mana to your mana pool. So you play your land for turn 3, now you essentially have 4 mana available on turn 3, which is pretty freaking nice. And then once it has 5 oil counters on it, you can pay 1 to tap it and draw a card. So doing its best to do a Bankbuster impression in the deck, and it's just by itself a way of starting the combo as well, so I thought it just fitted perfectly. Then we've got some Go for the Throat, some cut downs. These things don't really need to be talked about. We're also running Brotherhood's End as a little sweeper action. Yes, we are playing things with 3 toughness. Of course, again, we're not really trying to attack with the Kingpin. We just want him to do the combo. So, and so the only real problem is Brotherhood's ending our own Planeswalker. But sometimes it's just necessary, and maybe your Planeswalker has more loyalty than the 3 that Brotherhood's Ends deals. But I just can't find, like, I tried various versions of the deck that didn't have a sweeper in it, and I just kept getting run over by mono red and whatnot. So it's just a must-have at the moment. Don't let us forget that we can also sacrifice the Phyrexian Horrors from the Forge to the Ob Nixilis' Casualty ability, which is nice. And Ob Nixilis is just great. Such a good card. You can gain some life, make little chump blockers that also incidentally happen to deal 1 damage to any target, which is another way of getting the combo going, and can just win you games by itself with the -7. So just really, really nice overall. And that's really all I have to say. Oh, last point. The other Ob Nixilis, the creature, is a demon. So you don't have to -2 to get a little devil. You can just +1 if you've played Ob Nixilis after you've already played Ob Nixilis. Then, you know, it's a demon. So you can just ++ and gain the life like that without having to minus, which can sometimes be pretty cool. And that's the deck. As far as the mana base goes, we got a full playset of the Monumental Facade, which I've touched upon already. all of the duels available to Rakdos at the moment, as well as 1 Takenuma and 1 Sokenzan. Let's jump into some games. See how the deck performs on the Mythic ladder, and hopefully we can get the infinite combo to go off at least once. It's been around now for a good couple of days. Most people are wise to it, and when it starts happening, they just scoop. But I hope we come across an opponent that is willing to watch it happen for a little while, so I can really showcase it for you guys before this deck gets put in the already being used pile and we move on to the next project. I think I'm going to keep this. I mean, that's a freaking good hand, but the mana doesn't line up. I would like to play Reservoir into completion, but we don't have a second. So if we top deck another untapped source, yes please. Gotta love it when the deck listens. But we're playing against probably Grixis. Might be Esper Legends. This is great. Double Forge with the Reservoir on turn 1. Oh yes, it's definitely freaking Esper. It might not be. It might just be Dimir or something or another. Let's see what he discards. That'll give it away quite quickly. Sir Morte. Aha. Okay, no, it just seems to be some sort of Dimir deck. Okay. Cool. Ooh. We start the Forge going now. Before he does more busted things. He can only attack this for 1 with Rona. So I think we get the Forge going first. Put a oil counter here. No, we can... Yeah, we don't have any mana to do anything else. So let's just do that. And this. And this. Next turn, this Forge is going to start getting big. And we've also got 4 mana available. So we can... Hopefully it's not Sheoldred now. Wouldn't be surprised if it is. Hoping it ain't. He saw this and now he knows what's happening, so he's probably gonna try and like prepare himself to have some removal ready. Okay. Let's try and get rid of you before you flip it into this 5/5 Trampler. Might be a counterspell here. Nice. So in this case, I will play another Forge and see if there isn't another counterspell. Double Forges online. Let's go. Plus a land that adds more oil. He may activate his Foundry here to block the 1/1. Also, these colors don't run any artifact interaction, so once they're down, they're down. You may only have like a card that flips, sorry, that bounces, like Otawara. Fine. Really not worried about that at all. We got rid of the Rona. Invoke. 5 mana Shelly. Trespasser. Oh, that's not very scary at all. I got Brotherhood Zen. Sure, makes no difference at this point. I would have gone for my own Rona there. Let's grow the other one. Another land, huh? And we still have 2 mana left available to make a little reservoir token, dude. get in some chump blocks and swing for 8. Unless he has some removal. So now there is a card that removes counters in black called Render Inert, which is going to be showcased on the channel. Probably the next video that I put up is Dimir Mill, believe it or not. So if you're into Mill, stick around because that could be pretty cool. I think I'm going to actually put my oil counter on the tablet here because I want to get to drawing some cards. And these are big enough to get around a Graveyard Trespasser by themselves. And I guess we can just count our lucky stars that he hasn't found a Sheoldred yet, because I'm willing to bet big bucks that he's got some copies in the deck. Liliana of the Veil.
No more distractions.
-2? Sure.
Off you go.
Oh! Top Deck City!
Fine. I know when I'm not wanted.
And that is gonna do the game, guys. Without even needing the combo. Bye-bye. Off you go, my friend. Alright, so game 2. A little better. Or was that game 1? I did a bit of testing off camera and I can't remember where I am. It's been a long day on the road. I drove for 3 hours to get back from the campsite that I was away with the wife. But, yeah. Still got energy for one video. And then I'm going to be brewing up some Dimir Mill for you guys tomorrow or the next day. So stay tuned. Bull Hippo. Okay. Cool. Cool. I'll play that. I'll jam that. What do you got, Mr. Bull Hippo? Mono red aggro, huh? Wow. Super exciting. Yeah, very nice. I think I'm going to save my cut down for something better than that. Which he may still play now. Hoping it's that, like... Perfect. So happy I didn't use my cut down now. Let's do the thing where we make a little dude to sack to the casualty. Won't block this. If it doesn't get killed, I'll leave it up. And then we get 2 Ob Nixilises next turn. Pretty nice, honestly. Cool. Don't kill my little 1/1 with your dude. Surely you have better things to do than that. I want to... Ah, bugger. He sniffed something was amiss. Wow, hey? No lands. That sucks. That sucks in a massive way. Okay, well, I mean, he's probably gonna just get rid of the... Monastery Swift Spear if I was a betting man. At least we're not too low on life and they got very few cards in hands. Which is where you want to be against mono red. This is definitely the burn variant. He may just play like a mechanized warfare next. We need to find our sweeper here. Gets in for another 5. What was that, 4? Okay, we have one. So you're welcome to get rid of it. And burn one removal spell on my Kingpin. Nice! Don't hate that. Don't hate that one bit. Getting outforged. He didn't... Oh no, this is only instant and sorceries. Okay. I don't think he's ready to go for the full swing-a-ding-ding yet. Got no cards in hand. I'm not sure what you're trying to do here. All we need is one of those, I mean, we need plenty of things here. I think we're probably dead, but let's see. Whew. Okay, so great. Extremely great. We're gonna not attack. And just plus away with our Ob Nix. Against Mono Red, this is our one kind of way out. And we do have Brotherhood's End, even though that'll sweep up our own stuff. Yes, this is a demon. You did see that correctly. I'm gaining 4. Although I may just make a freaking 1/1 here as a way to maybe trigger the damn Ob Nix. We block. Yeah, okay.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
What did he get? What did he get? Oh, it's getting scary. Okay, he found an instant and sorcery. I hope it's not Ren's Resolve or Reckless Impulse. That would be terrible. He's going for it, it looks like. Do we block? Yeah, we block. Even if it ends up killing Ob Nix, I block. We've got a backup. I'm too worried about losing here. So what do we block, though? That's the question. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's see. If he goes face with something like lightning strike, we die. Ah, so boring. No, that was not a good game. But cool, hey, cool. Not your typical mono red deck. I like to see forges in your mono red aggro or mono red burn, whatever. That was well played, opponent. Of course he had the spell. We had one more turn to do things. If he hadn't top decked that and was just a land or another creature or something, we may have been able to do something about it, but felt pretty unwinnable the moment he slammed that second forge. Was too quick of a clock for me to deal with. Neon Argon. Sure. Sure. Removal. Kill everything. And hopefully do combos. We still haven't done it. This is the third match, I believe. Okay. Jund. Jund is fine. Reanimator. Maybe the okay. Kingpin found, Ob in hand, the mana to cast it. Let's go. Hellkite. That's cool. Wish I knew what the hell was happening. Cool. Just slow rolling here, guys. Let's swing at one of these guys and see if we can't get Ashen Reaper going. Otherwise, next turn I'm going to play out the Ob and set up for the combo. Okay. He's only got 2 cards left in hand. Let's hope it's nothing that can deal with, you know. Nice. Oh, come on. Come on, guys. We got this. That's fine. Yes, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. 1 damage. We win. Let's see how long he'll let us do this for. So this is the combo, guys. It just keeps on going. Yes. Okay, I mean, there we go. That's the video. Thanks for watching. Okay, we'll play a couple more matches, see if we can't get it to go off another time. But that's the thing. That's what we're trying to do. The opponent was tapped out. He had no way of interacting with the combo, and it just keeps going until you ping them to death. Pretty broken. The question now is going to be like, what's the best way to set it up quickly in such a way that it cannot be interacted with? I've seen Malone went Jund. Maybe the green cards, you could play like, I don't know, Tameo Safekeeping to protect your enchantment or your Kingpin. Might be cool. I don't know. But I just wanted to... I really enjoyed the oil sub-theme from Phyrexia Ob, and I was looking for a way to play with it again, and this just just seemed perfect. Yes. I like turn 1 Reservoir. Okay, mono red aggro once again. Woohoo! We've got the combo in hand. We just need to get there. We just need to survive against mono red. Let's draw a Brotherhood's End, please. Okay. Okay, Phoenix Tribal. Yeah, whatevs. This one can come back from the graveyard, like, easier than these do, so... Wrong mana. So I'm gonna go for the invasion. We need a red source, mate. We needed it, like, yesterday. Red source now or we die. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's game. Mono red, mate. Still just busting everybody's balls. Unchanged, not a new card in it since how long? Ooh, okay. Ooh, there was a Phoenix there. Hey, we saw the new Phoenix. Honestly, doesn't fit the deck at all. Like, I played mono red into Mythic this month and didn't need it. Self-made hope. Sure. Aha! Selesnya Enchantments is back. Like, well and truly back. There's the new 3-mana Calyx that I can't wait to brew around. There's new cards that really make it, like, it looks like it could just pop off. I'm actually just gonna play Ob Nixilis here without any casualty. Then it'll force him to use the ossification. And that'll just use up his turn. Because this deck plays a lot of ways to kill our All Will Be One. So, honestly, not looking that great.
My empire crumbles.
Another Cammy. Followed by the doggy that draws a card now. Okay. Let's see if it stays on the battlefield for a turn. Naturalist. Oh, that's... Yeah, this deck is back. Like, 100% back and not gonna go anywhere. It's received so many upgrades of late that I don't see anybody getting tired of it anytime soon. It's so damn good. We're just drawing lands. That's another another concede, I think. Jesus. Just needs to play one more enchantment and that'll get an instant trigger on the... it'll go to 5. Alright. What can you do when all you draw is lands, honestly? Like, I'll consider myself happy that we got the combo to go off once in this video. And, honestly, it's not the best deck in the world. I don't think it's gonna, like, take over standard anytime soon. It's just something fun with the new cards that I wanted to showcase. And it won the poll. But, not very, very strong, honestly. I'm gonna go and watch all of the other content creators' versions of this right after I finish recording, just to see how they went about getting the combo off to go, you know, more consistently. Okay, black land. Another black land. Underdog. Azgol. Opponent didn't get his hands. Trespasser. Maybe we just go for another invasion? Nah, that's more useful for Sheoldred. Probably next turn. Okay, now we got to order our triggers the right way around so that we get to grow. Actually, no, we don't need to in this case, but it has to be in this way. But because we already killed the Trespasser, it still would work because it's a permanent that's left the battlefield. Okay, that's really quite funny.
This fight finished before brunch.
We just kill it straight away.
Must be made.
We're loving life right now. We don't even have to hit the Liliana with our Forge. I'm not going phase because I want to do this more, but I have a feeling Mono Black here is just going to keep. Again, we don't have to order the triggers in this case because Liliana left the battlefield, but that is how you would go about it. Pity. Opponent bricked out and decided to scoop. We were off to a good start there. Mono Black has no way of dealing with artifacts, and so it's just so nice. Like, the Forge just goes unanswered for turn after turn. How are we doing for time? Alright, we've probably got a couple matches left in us. Let's try and get this to go off at least once more for the camera. And I can call it a night and get into the editing suite. And then I'm going to get brewing, mate. I got some brews to brew. Alright, just a work thing I need to quickly answer. Yeah, that's freaking nice hand. You can get Ob Nix going off of a Forge counter thingy, dude. Thingy-mabob. And we got to cut down for turn 1 in case the opponent's playing some aggressive strategy. And we got the 2 red pips for a Brotherhood's End. Hello! Kazam. Also jamming some Rakdos by the looks of things. Might still be Grixis. Might be a Mire, that would be cool. But it's probably just going to be Blood type Harvester. Ah! Next turn, Facade, grow the Forge, play Ob Nix for 3 loyalty straight away. However, the Bankbuster is a pain in my butt. Like, we may have needed to just, like, kill the Bankbuster there. Okay, it's a reanimated deck. Oh, it is a Mire. It is a Mire. Would you look at that? Mire, Mire on the wall. Hopefully no cut down. It's got something. I'm gonna double plus here. Why not? We don't really need to gain life right now.
You're my enemy.
Jund? Or is he just playing that? Maybe this is the Malone version. He did a Jund one, but I didn't see it.
Plead for mercy.
He'll probably just find a way to crew the Bankbuster now and swing at one of the 2. That's okay. That's cool. That's more damage we can do to their voice. Well done going for the copy. That is the way things are meant to be done.
Next time, I'll cut you down.
Otherwise, I could have made another copy. Skadoink. Skadoosh.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Do we go for this? I don't think so. I think we're playing out a tablet here. This is probably... I really have no idea what's going on. All we want is there. Sushi. Who knows? We still got a cut down. There we go. I'll cut down the little Fable token with pleasure. Now he can't draw with Bankbuster. He's gonna sack his Bitter Reunion to give this haste. I guess that's in the deck to also give the Kingpin haste. Sorry, can't crew Bankbuster. Imagine you could. That would have been so busted. Can't even really attack. Ha! Let's get an oil counter going. Yeah. I think I'm at a point in the game where I'm actually going to make another Ob Nixilis here off of the Forge. If he, I mean, he will block, right? He's done this to block. And then he'll get the death triggers off the Atsushi, which is what we don't want. So maybe we actually just don't attack and make a massive Ob Nixilis and +1 again, twice. Having a good ponder. Gix's command. I mean, cruelty of Gix. So we'll keep both of the new ones so we can plus twice again.
Enough petty notions of morality. All that matters is power.
Power.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Go Ob Nixilis. This basically just stops him from attacking.
Defy
If he attacks, he dies, and then eventually this forge will be big enough to just trample over. I was hoping to draw my own all will be one at this point, even though we don't have the Kingpin, it'll still be enough. So reanimation for sure, and he was just using Atsushi for some treasures, something I wasn't ready to give him. Now we win. Sorry, matey. Reanimation plus all will be one. We win. Oh, and we got the Kingpin. Whoa. Now we get to gain some life too, because it's a demon. Ha! Now it won't go off, mate. Can we just win now? Yes, we can, right? This is going to be a 7. Yeah, we win. Done and dusted, mate.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Ob Nixilis, mate. What a card. 7 minus 4 is 3. G to the G. Hey. Okay, so I'm 99.9% sure that he was running the same cards as us with the all will be one, but trying to do things without the oil and, I don't know, reanimate some things, I guess. Pretty cool. Got there in the end without even needing the combo. 45 minutes in. I'm afraid that's going to have to be it. Not the most amazing win rate ever. No. Is it fun, new, and cool, and has an infinite combo in it? An absolute freaking yes. And we managed to get it to go off once. So not as difficult to do as I initially thought. But I'm going to be delving deeper to see if there is a more quick and easy way and reliable way to get it to go off in future videos, so stay tuned. But jumping back into the deck with my final thoughts and overall review, I definitely think there is an argument to be made here for perhaps running some of the cards that have proliferate, you know, as opposed to some of this removal. It's just that it lines up really badly with all of the most terrifying threats in the format. If we were playing this in a friendly environment, or, you know, like unranked, or perhaps against some friends as a direct challenge or whatnot, where we're not fairly certain that we'll run into Sheoldreds and whatnot, then I may not need to play things like Go for the Throat, because that's why it's in the deck. We have to kill Sheoldred every freaking time it enters the battlefield. So, what are the other proliferate cards that we could have gone with? Maybe the black 2-mana one, Drown in Ichor, and maybe the Volt Charge. I mean, we have so many things with types of counters, loyalty, oil, +1/+1s, that if you just have all be one in play and cast one Volt Charge at their face for 3 damage, and then it proliferates. I mean, even our lands have counters on them. I've had it in testing. The original version of the deck was not playing Brotherhood's End, and I had 3 voltage charges in it, and it was freaking sick. Like, you just do 3 to face, plus all of the triggers from all will be one when everything else gets proliferated, and boom, 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 burn the opponent out. It was pretty cool, but I found myself getting run over by mono red and soldiers and whatnot, and I just had to bring the sweeper in. But you know, there are other proliferate cards than like a one that takes up your 3-drop slot, like the aforementioned Drown in Ichor. Maybe we could have just played with like a couple of these instead of Sheoldred's Edict or something, but it's just not amazing. It's not the greatest piece of removal. This was just a point that I wanted to make with regards to having perhaps something with proliferate in the deck, perhaps in a future version. So again, stay tuned. But that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, Rooney, leave a comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, share it around for everybody to see. We've breezed past the 1,000 subscriber mark. I know, I'm sorry I'm late with the giveaway announcement. I was away on a short holiday. I will be doing so tomorrow. So if you want to take part in the giveaway for the 1,000 subscribers milestone being passed, just keep your eyes on the channel. There'll be a instructional video on how to do so coming out shortly. But yeah, we got to do all the things. The Ashen Reaper with the Urabrask Forge thing, the combo, we got to make a massive Ob Nixilis off of a Forge, we got to kill some things with Azgol, we drew some cards at the tablet. I think we did everything that we needed to do for tonight. So yeah, I will be seeing you all in the next one with another fresh brew, and until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.